Don't kill me.
Why did you tell me?
Big Bank! What up, what up, what up? So, I've actually been meaning to do this for a very long time. I actually wanted to do it like halfway through, and I actually took this shit serious, so I like wrote like all these notes down, and like we got these pages right here. You know, this is all work. So that happened, and then a couple of weeks ago, the tragedy of Yahoo Gate happened, and I was really upset about that. I was really upset about that loss. If none of you guys heard, Aaron Hernandez kind of cost me a game. But anyways, I wanted to talk about. I have some awards and some things and predictions, and then if you guys aren't good, shout out to Lawal, shout out to Vic City, shout out to Courtnall. Um, for you guys, just pay attention to the rule changes, and then we'll make a decision regarding that. But dog, you guys are doing really bad. Like I watched my preseason video, and I was pretty impressed by how accurate I was actually. The bottom three I predicted a Lawal, Vic City, and Courtnall, and that came true. And top three teams I had Schechter, uh, Farid, and I had what's his name, OJ. And OJ didn't work out your way this year, unfortunately. But yeah, so we'll start. So initially, we'll go with the best picks. I'll give there are a lot, but I'll go with Witten in the 11th by Rated R. That was good. I mean, that's not bad value. Um, give myself a pat on the back. Ridley in the 6th round. I don't think that was a bad pick. I got relatively good value. Granted, McFadden's hurt for that trade, but pick of the draft is definitely RG3 in the 11th round. That was really makes me scratch my head why we did not think of. I mean, Cam Newton did what he did. Like, why did we let him go till the 11th round? Next year, if there's a black quarterback, I'm gonna try to get him. But Schechter, this is why I was so angry when you drafted that Doug Martin like 2 picks ahead of me in the 3rd round. That was a good pick. You also did Spiller in the 8th round, which worked out, I think, due to the Fred Jackson injury, and Victor Cruz in the 5th round. So that was my dick, which shout out to Cordell actually. Is my favorite my dick moment of the year is when I logged in and I saw a team that was lick my dick, and then I saw a team that was suck my dick. That made me laugh. All right. What else we got? We got bad picks. We got Lawal. We got MJD. I mean, dog, he wasn't even good before he got hurt. 4th overall. You had good players available. That was really set your season off on a bad note. Isaac Redman, we got Isaac Redman. That was Schechter 5th round. I mean, that's the only bad thing you've really done all year was that pick, and I told you that at the time. And then myself, Demarco. Demarco, unfortunately, is like he's currently dead. Him and like Hernandez and McFadden. So those are all bad decisions. And then Matthews freed it in. That was not. He hasn't worked out your way. Um, additionally, what else we got? We got best owner in my opinion. I think it's pretty hands down that goes to Julius. I think he's definitely done everything. Which, by the way, the game, if you guys didn't see, between me and Julius last week, so I was down like in my head was like a million, right? And then Bryce Brown comes back and he drops like 28, and I beat you. That shows the uh, the luck factor that's in this game. So that was good, but I think you definitely have done everything good overall. I think I've noticed you've actually um, read Roto World, like you've got that mobile app because I'll read something at like 10:37, which came out at 10:31. I'll log in, I'll be like, God damn, Schechter, that's happened like all year. But good job overall. I think you deserve to be in first. I think you deserve to. For some reason, I have a feeling like you might not win. You might get unlucky. I don't know why, but you've definitely done the best. The worst is a two-way tie between everyone's favorite owner, last place the wall. Actually, he's not in last anymore. It's 4-7. Shout out to the wall. Um, so this is what you did. You went MJD between the 1st round, like the 8th round. You went MJD, Peterson, Fitzgerald, Stewart, Cutler, Steve Smith, Deshaun Jackson. There's one good player in your first 7 picks. I mean, and then you made really dog. I mean, I'm not trying to pick on you because I love you, but dude, read a book, man. Like you made some bad in-season adjustments. Like you only had one injury. MJD was your only injury, and like things like you dropped Amendola, who was only out for 3 weeks. That's a bad decision. Um, I probably would have traded you CJ 2K when he wasn't playing bad if you had offered me any real player. And CJ 2K has actually been really good of late. So that's a lesson on how to trade. I think the whole league actually, people are very, I've noticed very hesitant to trade because I feel like we think that a trade like there's a better side or a worse side, but the point of the trade is actually that I can get the worst side, but my team can still be better at the end of the trade, which is like, for example, I traded Reggie Wayne and Stevie Johnson for Hakeem Nicks, but I think my team is better, although I lost net points. So I was frustrated with that all year. Actually, I think a lot of people were too passive in kind of like what they were doing. I was expecting a little bit more action, but I mean, you guys are all scared of big, so big bang, bang, bang. All right, Lacasse, Lacasse. I mean, come on, man. You were 12th this last year. You're in there this year. Like, let's get you in the top 10 next year. Like, I'm rooting for you. Cordell as well. You have it. I mean, your draft is not bad. I feel like it's not that bad. It's just you just never made the proper adjustment you needed to. Um, I think that really hurt you. All right, next we got rule changes. All right, so this is important. So rule changes. There are a couple of things that I want to talk about. First, I think that we should go to a PPR system. So what that means is it's actually pretty standard now, is to kind of equalize because the running back has an advantage over the receiver, like in terms of his, amount of times they touch the ball. A lot of leagues have a point per reception system, which originally was 1 point per reception, which I think is too much. So I think a half a point per reception, I think that's a good rule because what they'll do is it'll benefit your receiver, so it'll kind of equalize that balance. And two, it'll also reward people like if you have like a Ray Rice or if you do get a running back that can catch the ball, like that'll really help you. And I think it's a good idea. So I think that's something that we should do. If I'll put a mini poll thing up, and yeah, other than that, the big thing that I wanted to talk about is I know this will not be everyone's favorite thing and we'll probably not agree, but I think we need to change the draft system to an auction system. One of my leagues actually, we just started doing it and I thought I would not like it, but it's actually great. So let me show you how it works. So there's no like draft. We'll all sit down with your computers and you get a $200 budget, right? And let's say I go first. You can nominate whatever player you want. Like if you want to start with whoever, like name Fareed. You got Tony Romo, you got Joe Flacco, whoever you want, right? So you bid for him, and if you want him, it starts at like $1, and then someone else will bid two, three, four. It goes up and up and up, and you have 200 total. So the objective is to build a whole team within your balance. So this is the reasons why I like it. One, I think there's a much more strategic element to really building your team because my problem with the current mock trade draft that a lot of leagues do not right now. I think people will do auctions at a time. Is that you're really hampered by your pick, right? So I had the 10th, 11th pick. Like I really cannot get if I really want Arian Foster or like if I want Calvin or Jimmy whoever, right? You really don't have the ability to get them. You just can't. So if you have the auction system, you can really target guys. And for example, like $200 budget, right? I got Stephen Ridley for $8, which is ridiculous. Like it was a great buy for me. I bought AJ Green for $28, whereas Calvin went for 47. So the other concern, which I'm sure everyone is worried about, is how how like the bidding works and how like you determine value. So like the best way for this is like it's pretty they have rankings for these too, but like I would encourage everyone to do a mock. I feel like everyone should do a mock draft on Yahoo anyways. The people who don't, I think we can tell. Shout out to the wall. Shout out to Big City, Cordinal. We should all do mocks. So with the mocks, will give you a good idea. But there also is just like an element of no mock. Even with the current draft, the way we do, like our draft was different than every other draft that I had done because these collection of people like certain type of players. So every draft is going to be slightly variant. But I think overall it will be a good system. I'm going to post a thing on that. Additional rule changes. I don't like the ability that for example, OG, you actually fixed yourself without me asking. Like you still had Gronkowski starting last week, which if I had noticed, I would have tried to change. I think that ruins the competitive balance. So I kind of want something to address that. But those are the major rule changes. So I've hit 10 minutes. kind of a part two